lot of you guys, this is going to be some of the stuff we showed you last year, but we also have a lot of really... Feast your eyes.
Are you for real?
New character card art.
Look at that new character card art, guys.
What?
Yes, I'm looking.
So some of you, I'll let the excitement simmer down.
Trucks.
I don't want to get in the way of the momentum here. So we're going to show you guys a little bit about just the history of Bakugan, kind of the inception of it when it launched the first time, as well as kind of what a big hit it's been, thanks to you guys this year. So a big props for this thing killer. And a lot of you guys have seen the historical stuff, but I hope you guys enjoy seeing it again. We're going to get into some of the really cool Season 2 stuff as well.
I lived it, AJ.
You lived it, man. Jet Kuso, he's no stranger to it. And, it may come as no surprise to you guys, but there is going to be some cool stuff behind these curtains.
What?
So,
You mean this curtain?
Wait, you guys are revealing new product here?
yeah, how disappointed you guys be if it was just now? Just Season 1 stuff. So you guys are going to see a lot of exciting stuff, whether it's your first time here or second time. We have a lot of cool stuff to show you. I'm going to go ahead and turn this ball spot off here, and then I'm going to show you guys a historical sizzle that really highlights just how epic this brand was the first time around. So sit back and enjoy.
Digitate, bitch! You don't know battle balls? It makes Digimon.
It's Nemesis and Personal.
What?
In 2018, the amazing toy rolled onto the sea, captivating the imaginations of boys everywhere.
Bakugan. Bakugan.
Hard to pronounce.
It's Bakugan, not Bakugan.
Bakugan?
Bakugan!
It became a cultural phenomenon.
Bakugan is going to be an unbelievable breakout.
Jet, that's you.
That was not me, unfortunately. I was there though. That was Dallas
Four
Bakugan.
incredible seasons of entertainment.
Better luck next time, kid.
Winner of multiple toadies. Over 200 million Bakugan sold worldwide. Global sales totaling over $1 billion.
$1 billion!
Wow! That's too many!
That's a lot of pennies.
By the time I'm back in the store,
Already sold out. How about that? The iconic brand returns in 2019.
Oh yeah.
Bakugan is back.
Yes. Donkey Blasters. That's Donkey Blasters.
Woo! Come on! I've seen that before. I've seen it before, guys. All right,
I will
so
never see that too many times.
it was huge. So you saw that billion in sales, 200 million sold.
Look at
Toy of the Year. How many of you guys have voted for Toy of the Year this year?
Yeah.
It wasn't Toy Story basic figures, was it?
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, thank you for that. But it was obviously huge. Obviously, we have a lot of you guys who played it the first time around, who've come back, got into it in a huge way, and we really appreciate that. I know even as we were launching Battle Planet, even when the name got trademarked, people were posting videos about it. Even Negative Legend, he did a top 10 things Bakugan needs to do when they bring it back. Might have been 9. I hope did we make you happy?
Oh, yes.
Yes, okay. That's what we live for, baby. All right, so this time around, though, I'm going to show you guys again.
Big
I know
chillin'.
I heard a lot about the big fans of this card art here.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope you guys also saw some other Pyrus Bakugan kind of chilling in the card art in the big room. So how it
I need
began.
to look again.
So it's funny to think about it now because now there's amazing transformations. There's these awesome Leap Open Ultras. But when the idea for Bakugan first started, it was really about how do we make the marble of the future. So how do we take that classic play pattern and make it kind of cooler for today's, or at that time 2008's boy. And so what we wanted to do was just kind of add this figure of play. So the very first idea of Bakugan, again, much simpler than what you see now, this idea of action marbles, where you had these figures hidden inside these spheres, you open those spheres up, and that's what showed the hidden monster. Not quite where it is now, but there's a lot of going back and forth with partners in Japan, inventor houses, to really add that awesome kind of anime look, and also that amazing magnet-activated transformation. So really, we took that really fun idea of making that better marble and made it much cooler, which I hope you all agree. So bringing it all together, obviously made some killer toys. That fun transformation, that idea of what's inside that sphere, what monster's going to come out and attack, was really resonated with kids. And obviously, as you saw in that sizzle, was a huge deal worldwide. We had an awesome anime show.
Marucho for life.
Marucho for life.
Rips of terror.
That's I don't know.
Himself showing.
Tillman actually has that tattooed on his back. Maybe he'll show that too. Didn't even work at Spin Master at the time. Just Marucho. So obviously, yeah, we brought to
He's a
life
big
awesome
Marucho
titles like
head.
Marucho, and really kind of brought these kids into the world in a fun way. And then of course, 4 awesome seasons: Gundam Invaders, Titanium Surge, and a ton of toy years. So really, Bakugan is a huge deal, not only for Spin Master, but for the toy world in general. And it's coming back in a huge way, right?
Yeah.
Already did. Epic relaunch. Last time around, we were about to do an epic relaunch. Now you guys have seen what's happened. Bigger transformations. Of course, Dragonoid Maximus, Toy of the Year finalist. Glad you guys have all voted. We're very hopeful that it's going to be yet another Toy of the Year award for Bakugan. All new animation. Very thankful, and I don't mean to call you guys out, but to have 2 of the voice actors here, how cool is that? And I think
voice
a great example of just how kind of fun and collaborative this brand is that we're able to bring in great partners like the animation team, Gamer Entertainment. The team here is very tight. You guys have been a great community, and we love the fact that we have such close ties with you guys. You guys can email us. Yeah, I know. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'll get you some Kleenex, Jess. You're tearing up a little bit. But no, this has been great. You guys have helped make this a lot more fun than it otherwise could have been. Not to get too off track, but obviously we have that better card game. You guys got to play for the first time a year ago. Hopefully you guys have continued to play it a lot, and you guys are really excited about all the cool new stuff we're going to show you today when you guys play the next game tomorrow. All right, so this was supposed to be a reveal until I realized I'm wearing a shirt. Obviously, blast the Armored Alliance name, but Season 2 is Armored Alliance. I'm sure based on this art here, the art you guys have already seen, you can imagine what the new big hook is for Season 2.
They're green this time.
They're what?
They're green this time.
They're green this time, yes.
Yep.
Nailed it. Jet Kuso called it. That's one because you saw under the sweet feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Jet.
Season 2 Armored Alliance. So Bakugan returns. All of our favorite characters are coming back, including Magnus and Winton. So we're really happy about that. And we're getting all new designs of those really cool characters.
Oh no.
So bigger.
Whoa!
Oh yeah!
Hello, new child.
New character.
Who's that? What's his name? What's his name? I like him.
You want to know his name?
Yeah.
It is. It's actually Detective. I don't know why we decided on that name. It just seemed. It felt right. His name is Ajit.
No, that's very.
I like
and he
to
has
call
a
him AJ
Sphinx walking
It.
around.
But after me, I hope you see the resemblance.
AJ.
But for those, I mean, you guys knew there were 5 awesome brawlers, but there are 6 factions. So I'm sure you were all wondering, when are we going to have an Arliss brawler? So we finally do. Big deal. He's going to be a big part of the show in Season 2. And then please ignore this horrible image I made, but we are going to bring in battling in an epic new way. So when you think about pro sports, NFL games, basketball games, that's what we're going to bring to life now. So it's not just these backyard brawls. Officially sanctioned professional Bakugan brawler events.
Tournament arc? Tournament arc!
Yes.
An arc where each
And I'm sure you guys can
each protagonist is a Bakugan master?
into what we do in real life.
Hey, let's have a brawl.
All right.
Cards.
We'll get to cards. All right, we're going to talk balls first, though, okay?
What?
Whoa!
I'm going to bring in our resident ball expert, Michael Lee. You guys want to see some of these balls?
Yeah.
Do it now!
Excitement!
All right, feast your eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
Try to get that and win that one.
All right.
Serious.
You guys are going to get even more up close look at these. I'm going to turn it over to Mikey, though. So you will notice there's a lot of new designs of those returning characters, but also entirely brand new characters. So Mikey, I'm going to put the table spot on for you, buddy. So
Right?
It's scratching my Apple fanboy.
Boom! New Dragonoid. Just kidding.
Whoa, Mikey!
Oh man, alright, so you guys are familiar with this guy here, right?
Chunky
Or
boy.
Dragonoid from season 1, but
Chunky.
Chonkanoid. But
Here's his predecessor.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
That's just the core.
He looks
So
like
that's a
picture,
core ball.
yeah.
So that's
That's
the
the core Dragonite.
That's the core.
That's the
Okay.
Yeah, he's in here, guys.
Wait, I need to get in that chair.
Yes, AJ was mentioning all your favorite Awesome One Bakugans are going to be coming back in
I pick
core
it up?
Sorry, I couldn't see.
No, man.
with brand
This
new
is for you guys.
mechanisms, brand new toy designs, brand new sculpts. But then we'll be also having a ton of brand new characters that you guys have not seen yet, which we're super stoked for.
Everybody, welcome Dragonoid to the world. Welcome Dragonoid.
Oh yeah.
I love your precious boy.
Did you show them the faction logo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, show them
yeah.
that.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
use that later. I don't want to step on your toes. I'm sorry. I don't want to step on your toes. Man.
That's sick.
So a
Check
really
that out.
cool new improvement that we made on the balls, kind of a throwback to the original generation Bakugan, was that we want to add back the faction icons. So each of the Bakugan will have the respective faction icon printed on each of the Bakugan. So that's cool.
Yeah.
New cool.
And then you'll also notice we have these hex spots, but we'll get
Yeah,
into that.
I wonder what those are
Get
for.
into
Yeah.
that.
All in due time, my friend. We show the Arliss.
You're good, no worries.
You guys want to see something else?
Yeah,
Brand new Arliss.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Wait a tick. You can't fool this audience. Man.
Yo, it's gold. It's so shiny. It's so shiny. It's so shiny. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
What is that?
Hide her
Boom!
Hide her
So that's core Hydrus there.
He looks so. Look at that shiny.
But your astute eyes have already noticed the Arliss paint that we have
That
on
is
there.
fantastic.
So all of our Arliss Bakugan, Core and Ultra, for Season 2 will be featuring this new Ultimate Arliss paint here. So we really want to push that collectability to the Arliss, really make them feel, they're powerful, special. So that's a new addition, in addition to that cool,
Orla's gold.
yeah,
The
that's
silver
shiny
shiny too.
Shiny all around.
Is that actually back metallized?
Oh, I can't wait
Or is
to
it just metallic?
What's that?
Is it actually back metallized?
It's metallic paint.
Okay, gotcha.
To mimic that metalized. Alright,
So he's got something else for you guys. The gifts just keep giving.
More.
ready?
Is that a diamond?
No.
Oh!
Is it a diamond?
God.
Is it a diamond?
I've seen a diamond or two.
Oh.
New Diamond
Oh, he did it again.
Millions! Just kidding!
In my face.
What?
Just
Is it diamond
kidding.
Dragonoid? Yo! Whoa!
So that's core Diamond Dragonoid, and again, just like the Arliss Bakugan, we're really pushing the
That is
deco,
fantastic.
pushing that premium paint on there, making these guys feel even more special.
Where's the Oprah ball?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone look under your chair. There's one there.
And something else too for the Diamond
You
Bakugan.
get a diamond. You get a diamond.
So for that faction icon,
Yeah.
for these guys will be done in a gold tampo there, or a gold deco. So to make these guys even more special, the B power and the faction icons will be gold. So
Beautiful.
and there is your boy Trox.
Trox.
Oh no! You
Yo!
can't.
New trucks.
Your boy Trugs. Look at it.
That's my
What?
friend right there.
Would
you
you
don't-
look at it?
Now that my friend is an old.
Oh, he looks so good.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
man!
guys.
Dude, it looks so good. Wow.
All right.
Just continue to outdo yourselves.
All right.
Tell you.
Can't touch
Yeah,
it.
and you guys will see more and more of these up close and personal. All right, the next is gameplay, guys. So we're still working with the.
That way everyone can see.
Okay.
You guys have seen the new toys. Have a seat. Just want to make sure everyone's got a good view.
So still working with the wonderful Gamer Entertainment. The designers Justin Gary and Regular Gary have done an amazing job to make the game even better. So you guys already saw all the amazing card art. I heard someone say it. Someone has already noticed the new Bakucore design. So looking much cooler. Obviously, the old Bakucore still work. Everything is still compatible, but yeah, we wanted to do a really cool new design. It was really inspired by our Takara Tomy partners in Japan, actually. So really dope looking Bakukores, amazing looking card art, and I heard a few of you already talk about it in there. Bakugan Pro.
Wait, what's that?
All right. Yep. You guys are gonna have to think about that one. You're gonna have to do some detective work and really figure out.
Oh.
What'd you
Oh,
do?
I didn't do anything, buddy.
Secret notes.
Bakugan. You guys are Windows users?
Yeah, come on, man. All right. You guys want to take a look at all right, let's get that back. Mikey, please don't touch that again.
Don't do anything.
All right, so already used the Justin Gary and regular Gary joke, so let's get back to Bakugan Pro. So you guys already know that there are two ways to play, right? You have that more basic toy battling game, but then you have the much more advanced kind of trading card game. So what we've done for year 2 is we've actually branded this Bakugan Pro. So you're going to see more SKUs, you're going to see more epic gameplay. When we end up working more with hobby channels, that's the branding we're going to use. So this is really going to be what that more advanced play is all about. So for those of you playing the trading card game tomorrow, it's going to be the Bakugan Pro game you guys are playing. So for the first ever Bakugan Pro.
Definitely much
better.
Yeah.
And
Pro
this,
gamers.
and you'll see that first set for season 2 is called Armored Elite. Obviously, it's going to feature in a lot of these new cards. We're getting those new Bakugear cards, so adding a new card both to play with and collect. And I think you guys are going to see just how amazing this new gameplay is. So sit on your hats now, but we're going to get into it very, very soon. And I'm sure you guys have seen the new hook for season 2. We're all about that gear, guys. Okay? You ready to see it?
Oh yeah.
All right. So Dragonoid with his Pyroblaster looking dope. This is animation art. You can see Bakugan, they're already kind of badass and powerful to begin with. We're going to add that new element of Bakugear this time, buddy. So you're going to see everything from blasters, shields, swords, the whole works. It's going to be really cool battling. And then we're going to get into the toy, and just like last time, amazing, right?
Look at that.
So Mikey and the designers he works with, again, they've done an amazing job of taking that animation and really making it look amazing on shelf. So you can see kind of the one-to-one comparison there. That's translating Bakugear. I'm going to let Mikey take it away.
Oh, it goes in the
Yo, let's do it
Want to do it
again.
again? All right, let's do that one again.
It actually connects on the magnet.
That's fantastic. That means it can work with the
Ready?
old ones too.
That's so much
Yeah.
Wait, that's not all.
Hey, that's easy.
Oh.
Take it in, baby.
Oh no! Oh yes!
Oh,
Oh
yes.
gosh!
Clear plastic. Clear plastic.
You remember the hex holes I was telling you guys about the core?
Yes.
So all these gear that come with their Ultra can also be used on your core Bakugan, so you can gear them up as
So
well.
core Bakugan use the smaller ones.
Exactly, the Pegon pieces. Look at that.
Yeah, you can see how amazing, how much cooler does the Ultra look with the Bakugear on it, right?
So all of your Baku gear will feature, as you guys already noticed, the clear, transparent plastic on there to really look like that power up that's in the show, the blasters and all that.
attach that to Hydrus Ultra, just a giant
Oh my gosh, yes. Or Plutonium Ultra, just with the cannon coming out of the shell.
And also got faction icon on your Baku gear too. So each of the color variations will have their respective faction icons.
So there's going to be different factions in each gear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So you guys can imagine just using it on all, I think you guys already said it, you can use it on your season 1. And that's what we wanted to do. We want to take those Ultras, which we really could take advantage of by having that magnet in different places, and then create some awesome looking Baku gear that gives you not only more power, not only a way cooler looking figure, but like Mikey showed you guys, that additional transformation. So really looking cool. It is optimized for its own Bakugan, so like Dragonoid uses that blaster in the show, his Baku gear on the toy is optimized for that particular Ultra, but as Mikey will show you here,
yes.
use them any way you
Trox
want.
cannon.
Yes.
Yes. Trox cannon.
Will we be getting diamond?
Baku. Oh no. Oh no.
You might have to wait. You have to wait and see.
Wait and see.
So wait and see. All right. We don't want to divulge everything right now. Let's let this be a weekend of just discovering new things. JR. What's up?
So can we still use like the peg-based connections on the older ones, which don't have the peg holes?
So in the game, you can take advantage of Baku gear cards, but obviously season 2 is where we started adding those hex holes. So that's when we're really going to be focusing on that element. But like Mikey showed you, they work on different cores, different Ultras, but to really get that awesome look, you want to use that Ultra and get that cool activation.
So are you saying that in the pro version of the game you don't necessarily have to use the toys for the Bakugan gear?
Yeah, we just use
I'm gonna, you know what? Let's see how this weekend plays out, Jet. You're gonna talk to Mr. Gary.
Okay.
Gary's gonna give you, or Justin Gary, not regular Gary. He's gonna give you the breakdown
The regular Gary.
right after this. So any like gameplay questions, I'd rather let the expert answer, and he'll give you the breakdown right after this presentation. Yep.
Can you attach those little pieces while they're in ball form?
Ooh.
Yeah. And then my second question is, can I roll them while they're attached?
You may have a hard time rolling.
That would be
Yeah.
very interesting. That would be a good technique though, because you keep the magnet on the bottom.
Let's try it.
Yo,
And then roll it. Let's see it roll.
Oh wait, this is true.
They might be in there a little tight.
Yeah.
Mikey's a great designer, but the law of physics and geometry still apply to him.
We did the
can roll a
creator
cube,
just
right?
Bakugan view.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it picks up the core, it counts. That's the ruling.
Spin
I
it
feel like
like
we
on
need
the
to call out
side.
for help. Yeah. All right, so we did this last time where we took you guys through like what really goes into the design and creation of a toy, working with entertainment. And Mikey's going to walk you through that now for the new Baku Gear SKUs.
All right, so for the guys that were here last year, we kind of went through this for the Season 1 Bakugan, but we've refreshed this for the new gear, the new Bakugan. So Bakugan, as you guys know, is a really rich brand, right? We have entertainment, we have the toy, we have the trading card game. All of this is working together as one big package. So, I'm in close contact with my entertainment counterparts, close contact with Justin and Gary, working out the card game, trying to get the card art done. So when the brand starts, the very, very beginning, what we're doing is creating all the different types of Bakugan that we want to feature for that year. So what we're doing is coming up with, like, what you see here, just these very geometric, basic block CAD mechanisms of, we want a dragon, or we want a knight, or like a Syndius, right, sort of character. So we work with our counterparts in Japan to come up with these really cool mechanisms, and then from there, AJ, click. Yep. We work with our entertainment team to come up with really cool character design. So this is your Season 2 Dragonoid, right? Refreshed, buffed up with his new Baku gear. And then on my end, I work with our team to create the toy with the final sculpted detailing. So got the awesome Dragonoid in his closed form and his open form. And then we get to the CAD. So that one there, you notice some of the geometry is a little bit different, like on the tip of the blaster. The reason being is, at this stage, we're still working with our engineering team to debug it, making sure that things can be produced in mass production. So that's why little details on there are slightly different than what you see with the final product. And then from there, we move into the final goodness that you see in front of you. So it's a whole big process. So like in between these steps, we're also working with Gamer to come up with the card game. We're working with Volta to come up with some of the card art. We'll sneak some more of that stuff in a little bit. But each of the balls, each of the Bakugan that we design goes through this vigorous process for both Core and Ultra. And the gear now.
You want to see more gear?
Yes.
All right. See all the gears. Oh, heads up, coming your way. Sorry.
What?
Whoa! Look at those.
Oh, they're coming with Bakugan.
Oh my god.
Get close to those right now.
Oh, it just all
Howl
comes
Core
together. That's
Hiders,
so nice.
Dragonoid. Is that Nilius? Is that the new Nilius?
Oh, I don't know.
You're gonna find out very soon,
Can't see
sir.
too well from here.
Very beautiful.
I can feel the money slipping from my wallet.
They'll see it all.
Don't
pretty
worry,
soon.
Kim. I'll look at all this.
All right.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
guys
tight
can get a
space,
closer
but
look.
you guys will see a much closer look here in a little bit when we part the curtains.
Oh no.
we get back in here and get more shots.
Of course.
No shoving.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that'd be
Don't
cool.
worry, Fang.
All right, we're gonna bring it back to the table spot here, boys.
I'm joking.
All right, so bringing the show to life, that was an example of Dragonoid, how we really worked with entertainment to make that epic-looking toy. But you can see as we go into the others, it's the same thing. Really making sure there's that one-to-one comparison, just like we did in Season 1 with the figures. It's going to be the same deal with the Baku. All right, new cards. You guys have seen some new cards. Let's show you some more. All right, so as we showed you guys earlier, new Baku core designs. They're looking epic, looking super cool. New Baku gear cards. So now you know Baku gear, that's the big hook. We're also going to have cards in the more advanced Bakugan Pro game that you can layer into your strategy as you play with Baku gear. And then I know a lot of you were asking questions about this, and you saw it earlier. Those really cool-looking dual faction cards that have that nice kind of gradient blend with the two factions that are playing together. You want to show them a little?
Show a little assortment here.
Yeah.
So these are the some of the cool dual faction cards. So you guys got that sneak peek already. Saw you guys looking at those over there in the other room. But these are the new dual faction cards. So these have basically they summon the power of two factions. So you get the best of both worlds with those. Let's see. Yeah, you guys could get a closer look at these later. I know it's hard to see on the table here. In addition to that, we've got the new Baku gear cards.
Yeah.
So this is what we're really excited for.
Fancy.
Yeah. So all these will come in the booster pack, so you'll have your Hollow Hex variations of these. You'll also have different rarities based on the power level. So got a lot of cool cards to collect and play there. And don't worry, we didn't forget about our Bakugan Elites and our Hollow Hex. Let me take it out so we don't get that glare. So what I have here is the Maximus Dragonoid Ultra Hollow Hex Bakugan Elite.
What's that new symbol there? A rapid fire card.
So that's a new mechanic.
It better not go missing, guys. All right, Billiam, I'm looking at you, buddy.
It's not missing if I know where it is.
Keep looking.
And you guys will also notice in
1600
the
power.
text area we started putting the faction symbols as
That
well.
is-
So just like we're adding
That
them
is
to
so
the
nice.
Bakugan,
That is so nice.
also adding them
Look
to
at
the
those new
cards. So
cards too.
really putting more value in those factions.
And it says Bakugan Pro 2,
Yeah.
Armored Elite.
So this is the first set. Of
Is that Drago, Nilius? Wait, that's not Nilius.
That's not Nilius.
Is that Darkwood?
Yeah. So you guys will get a closer look at these.
Oh, and they
later.
have the little tabs on the top.
Okay.
That's amazing.
So cool.
All right, I know you guys in the back, it's hard to see, but
Yeah,
we'll
you
get a
guys will
closer
see
look
all
once
this
we,
stuff very up close, very soon. But yeah, you'll notice all branded with that Bakugan Pro. And then just, I know you guys have already seen a bunch of epic card art, but there's more of it for you. Okay.
Yeah, Toshi!
So I like the hot tub with Dragonoid. I also big fan of the Toshi. So we're almost ready to brawl, but I do have something to tell you guys. You guys all know about Simo and that he was able to name a character after himself. The winner tomorrow. Let's keep it safe though, guys. Let's PG and below if you guys win. But we'll get to name a Bakugan after themselves. So and just so you guys know, the Simo one, we put a lot of love into that design. So what you do is you start with the Simo. You make an animated character based on that image, so you can see the similarities.
Look at this epic.
Looking a lot alike. There's his toy.
What's his name?
Simoga! How cool is that, man? Yeah, man.
That's the prototype. That's the prototype.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, these are the prototypes. This
Who's
is
the first one that's going to tag him?
Oh, that's a
That's my question.
I'm tagging
the
him.
base mechanism without
Oh
the
my
sword.
god.
Quick with the Twitter, so you got it.
Hey, Instagram's my jam, Billy.
That's the final product.
Instagram is my life.
I have to win to get the diamond.
Look at
No, it looks like Simo, Jet. What are you talking about?
It does. Look at it. It's got the beard and everything. See?
Obviously, there, yeah. How cool is that? So
Insane.
you can tell he's been hitting the abs, really been in the gym, really working that core, just like Simo. Yeah, that's really the only part that really looks. Yeah, they're like he's got to be more ripped. It's based after Simo, guys. Come on.
He's gonna get so much FOMO.
All right, the other thing I'm excited to announce.
What?
Hold on, wait. All right.
Yes.
Not just for the winner, but for everyone that's here. Limited edition, limited run.
It's like 3 colors.
Mikey's going to show you. This
You
is
wanna
not
see
the
the
final one,
this is
but
a
we want to give you
prototype.
guys. Okay.
Yes.
Adult collector 14 plus.
Yeah.
Take that, Copa.
Yeah.
Ready?
God bless you, Jen.
Oh my god.
Just kidding.
Give it to
All
Julius.
Nice
Check.
one, baby. Look at that.
That's a big brawl right there.
Look at this.
Oh, it's got gold on it. Oh,
Look at that coloring.
Super limited edition, guys.
How many of these are
Only a
made?
handful made.
Literally, only
Yeah. So these are
I'll
going
be
to
taking
get.
that.
I don't know the exact date yet, but we are going to mail these out to all you guys who are here. So you'll get another
my
goodie bag,
God.
just like last time. When you guys
Adult
got
collector
the
14 plus. Yes.
And then just in turn, Mikey's already showed you kind of what we're doing at Arliss, what we're doing at Diamond. We're going to be putting out some very secret rares this summer.
Like the toys
So
and cards.
definitely I'm not going to divulge anything beyond that.
Oh.
But they are going to be very limited and only available right when they're put on shelf. So
Are they gonna be like this?
you guys will hear more about it. They'll be rarer than diamonds.
Oh no.
So
Oh no.
I just want you guys to have something to think about for a few months
You're trying
as
to
it
kill
burns
us.
inside you.
You're trying to
When are they going to put
destroy
this
us
stuff
internally.
out? Yeah, I'll obviously have one myself, but you know. But then we're also looking at doing some other really, really rare stuff. So Mikey's going to show you something here. We're not. This is not a plan,
This is not for
but it's
production.
something special that is only going to be viewed right here. We haven't shown anyone outside of Spin Master.
So you don't.
No, it's fine. Yeah. This is just no one's seen it in person. Yeah.
Don't get excited. Yeah, it's nothing.
This is
exciting.
supposed to be handcuffed to his arm. I don't know why.
I know,
He's
I-
playing it pretty fast.
I would
and
buy
loose
that.
with
Is
the
that a
pepper
deck
there.
box?
Yeah, it's 2 keys. It's just like nuclear.
So,
All right.
so this is a commemorative item that we put together for this special event to launch Armor Lights. So,
Back up, sit
hold
down.
on.
Is that-
Is that
Stay down.
is that diecast?
Stay back.
We got to make sure everyone can see.
It's full metal. It's full metal.
All right, are my bodyguards here?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm watching you, buddy.
Okay.
All right, so let's make sure everyone can see.
So, like AJ was saying, these
Everyone will
are
be able to come up and get a look at it as
one-offs
well.
that we did to commemorate the launch of Armored Alliance. So these are machined aluminum Bakugan. Machined aluminum. So all these parts
And they have the gear too.
are milled out of billet aluminum. You can see the machine marks underneath.
I heard you drop that on the table.
You heard that, right?
Yeah, it's got some heft to it.
The great thing about
And they
these
still roll.
is that
They actually work.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard the
Because
metal.
the die
sounded
ones
so
they made
good.
before
Can I touch it?
functional.
Yeah, so how cool is this, man? Yeah,
And they have the pegs.
So we're getting that, right?
it's actually spray painted plastic.
Yo, can I keep it?
So we're getting that, right?
That is just amazing.
Yep.
these are one-of-one pieces.
Can I
Yeah,
touch it?
Yeah, you hear that, right?
yeah. Always kept by Michael Lee under close watch.
Yep.
Break your French
AJ's never
windows.
touched these.
Break them by throwing this in.
Okay, you guys, I don't want to keep you from seeing what's behind the curtain any longer, but I want to show you a quick Bakugear sizzle, just so you guys know what you're getting into, all right?
okay.
We're going to show the quick sizzle, and then we are going to part the curtains. Let's do this.
It's time to gear up. You've never Bakugan battled like this before. Now, with all new Bakugan, the stakes are higher than ever. Weaponize your Bakugan with powerful all-new Baku gear for amped up battling power. With exciting Season 2
Keep your eyes out for new
Bakugan gear,
characters.
no battle will be the same. Unleash epic transformations. With hundreds of new Bakugan and gear to find, you better be ready for Gear up with Baku gear from the ever-expanding world of Bakugan
Hey, oh, that diamond though.
and Spin
Oh
Master.
yeah, Diamond Pharaoh.
Yeah, Spin Master.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Guys, just 1 second. I know that we said we were going to open these up, but Matt, you want to go up there? Yeah. Can you put the spot on? Justin's going to tell you a little bit about what's going to happen next, just while we have you as a captive audience.
Justin.
Yeah, Justin.
Yeah, I am very excited, Brawler. So, not only have you gotten to see all this cool stuff, and you're going to get to take photos, and we're going to show you even more things, but we're here to brawl. So, tomorrow we're going to have a tournament. We all know what's at stake. Not only the pride, we'll have our first Bakugan Pro champion, a champion that gets to name their own Bakugan. How many of you brought your own Bakugan and decks to play in the tournament? Okay, you don't need those. You're not gonna
You're so happy.
So, after we're done in here, and you get to photograph and see all these cool things, as you leave, we are going to hand you all new Bakugan. We are going to hand you all new Bakugan Armored Elite packs. You will take the packs that you are given, you'll take the Bakugan you're given, and you will have all day today to figure out what kind of deck you want to build, which Bakugan you want to use to battle tomorrow.
I'm getting Pegatrix, right?
They are all pre-sorted, they will be ready to go, and they will be handed out to you. We've made it all fair for everybody. You cannot trade. These are the only things you're going to be able to use. You have to use what you are given for the event.
I'm getting Pegatrix, right?
Wham! Slam it.
And it's zero B power.
Good job, Justin.
So it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. For the new mechanics, right? I will explain. You've already seen some of those things. So the way Baku Gear works, right? If you have a Baku Gear car, you can attach it to any of your Bakugan by paying the cost. It stays attached, gives them a permanent bonus. Whether you have the toy or not, there's a bunch of different cards you can use. For the dual faction cards, they are very powerful, but you have to have both factions of Bakugan in your squad in order to use them. There's a variety of other cool cards and mechanics. I'll be happy to answer questions for you. Every dual faction has its own new keyword. You will get to open and play with all of those. It is going to be an exciting day, both today as you can build your decks, and tomorrow as we actually battle it out for the championship.
So guys, a lot of cool stuff happening. So I just kind of, again, to let you know what's going to happen. Obviously, everyone wants to capture, take pictures, do whatever you got to do. That's awesome. And we'll leave this room open. We'll have someone in here so you guys can, if you want us to open the doors, close the doors, do whatever you want to do, reveal the balls if you don't need to do anything. We're happy to help you with that. And so for like the next hour or so, you're going to be able to look at the cards, look at the toys, and then we'll open up over here and we'll get you guys